A very warm welcome to the presentation. Today I, Armandeep Singh, is excited to talk you through the steps we have taken to enhance the security of our Go application deployed on Azure Kubernetes service. This presentation covers the risks we identified, how we tackled them, and the tools and strategies we use to create a more secure and reliable application. So moving further in this slide, why application security is important. First, let's talk about why application security is so important. Apps today are highly interconnected, and unfortunately that makes them attractive targets for hackers. Without proper security, we risk data breaches, losing user trust, and facing compliance issues. For this project, our focus was to ensure the application and its deployment were secure from top to bottom, code, containers, and the cloud. Moving further, what risks did we find? As we analyzed the system, we found three main categories of risks. First, in the code, we saw potential vulnerabilities like weak input validation, authentication issues, and overly detailed error messages. In the containers, there were risks like using outdated images, open ports, and hard-coded secrets. Finally, in the cloud infrastructure, we noticed misconfigurations, overly broad user permissions, and unencrypted data. These issues made the app susceptible to attacks and data leaks. How we fix these risks? To address these risks, we focus on three areas. For the code, we implemented input validation, secure authentication with Auth 2.0, and role-based access control. For containers, we built smaller, more secure images, ran regular scans using Travis, and ensured sensitive information was not hard-coded. In the cloud, we applied strict access controls, encrypted all data, and enabled private networking for our Kubernetes cluster. Moving further, what tools we used? We used some great tools to help us along the way. SonarQube helped us identify vulnerabilities in our code. Travis Scanner Docker images for outdated dependencies and misconfigurations. Azure Security Center gave us real-time monitoring of our resources, while Azure Policy helped enforce compliance and security standards. How we deployed securely. When it came to deployment, we took several steps to ensure security. We built lightweight and secure Docker images, tested them locally, and pushed them to the Azure Container Registry. On Kubernetes, we enabled private networking and added restrictions using pod security policies. Finally, we set up Azure Monitor to track metrics and alert us of any unusual activity. Moving ahead, the type of challenges and how we solved them. Of course, there were challenges. We initially found outdated libraries in our Docker images, which we resolved by switching to smaller, updated base images. Default Azure IAM roles were too permissive, so we customized them to adhere to the principle of least privilege. Finally, we noticed sensitive credentials were hard-coded in configuration files, which we addressed by securely storing them in Azure Key Vault. How secure are we now? After applying these measures, our application is in a much better place. The code is secure, containers are hardened, and the cloud infrastructure is locked down. These changes significantly reduce the risk of data breaches and ensure our app is ready for production. So what lessons we learned through this presentation? Throughout this process, we learned a few key lessons. First, integrating security early is far easier than fixing issues later. Second, the right tools can make a big difference in catching vulnerabilities. And third, teamwork is essential. This would not have been possible without close collaboration between developers, operations, and security experts. Moving towards the next slide, benefits of our approach. The benefits of this work go beyond just reducing vulnerabilities. Our app is now more efficient, it's easier to trust from a user's perspective, it meets compliance requirements, and it's scalable for future needs. So what we are looking ahead? Looking to the future, we will keep learning about new threats, invest in regular training for the team, and explore smarter tools like AI-powered security to further enhance our defenses. So the key metrics and results we get from this is, to wrap things up, here are some measurable results. We reduced critical vulnerabilities by 95%, shrank Docker images by 40%, and ensured 100% of our data is encrypted. These are clear indicators that our efforts are making a real impact. So to conclude, we have built a strong foundation for our app security by addressing key risks across the code, containers, and cloud. Security is an ongoing process, and we are committed to keeping the app safe as it grows and evolves. Thank you.